Go ahead, Matthew. At least.
All right. I was highly criticized for not giving other people opportunities. The third period especially, you did a couple of power plays there, but also seemed like you were able to control the play. I guess it seems like that was a pretty big part of the game, to control the play there in the third.
Yeah, we limited their chances, and obviously, some of our own. I thought, the road trip. The third period is when we played our best hockey, and for whatever reason, and I think there was just a lot of confidence, quiet confidence going into that third that we were going to be able to get it done even after giving up, a goal that we shouldn't give up late in the second. Could have been a backbreaker, but I love the way we responded to it.
And you had to pretty much pull your lines out of the hat in the third, too.
Yeah, we had to move some guys around, and that's always tough, especially when you feel like you're, coming off the road trip where you score so many goals, you feel like you got pretty good chemistry with three of those lines, and then with Ellison Brony back, I thought that line played pretty well with Brody Reed on the right, so, when Dalpy goes down, you got to move some guys around, and chemistry is a big part of this game, so it did hurt our flow a little bit, but then, in the third period, it looked like we knew what we were doing.
It's like having Joel back just changes the entire complexion of how you play.
There's no question about that, and I don't think, we've all seen him a lot. I don't think he's even scratched the surface on how good he's going to be for the rest of the year. He's not 100% right now. His conditioning isn't where he wants it to be, and he's still dinged up a little bit, so the break is coming at a good time for him. So, if he gets healthy and his conditioning gets better, he gets well rested, I'm excited about what he can do here in the second half.
You don't worry about things like goal of the year, but the end-to-end rush is about as impressive as it gets.
Yeah, he can do that. He does something every game that kind of pulls you out of your seat a little bit, even through this stretch where he's been kind of limping through a little bit. He's got an unbelievable skill level, and he's fun to watch play.
But he made that whole thing. I mean, he went and picked that guy, again, just picked it away from that guy on the wall somehow.
And he does that. Like, he gets pucks out of even the, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the tying goal that we scored against Oklahoma City, it wasn't an end-to-end, but, he goes and gets the puck in the neutral zone off a face-off where he just scores, gets it in, gets it behind, pulls it off the wall with two defensemen on him, gets it to Catanacci, who shoots it. Rebound comes right on Joel's stick, and it's in the back of the net. Like, he's a game changer. That's what he is. And, we're excited to have him back. And like I said, he's going to get better.
A little nervousness on the bench when Hackett took the spill?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous. And there's been a lot of bumps in the last couple of games, which is good because, I think he's going to get into it quick, It's one of those deals where, if there's a lot of activity out there, he's got to get game ready, and it was good for him to, to get through it, you know what I mean? So he's got the confidence that he can get through those situations.
He said he felt it. I assume you checked with him between periods.
I didn't check.
Or no?
If he says he's good to go back in, it's one of those things where as the goaltender, or anybody, they've got to let us know. So very seldom do I ask them if they're okay. They got to go to the trainer if there's a question there.
In that second goal, you said it was a bad one, was it rustiness?
Well, I didn't necessarily say it's bad in his part. It's bad because of the timing of it, taking a penalty late in the period. I'm sure Matt wants it back. There was a culmination of things. They beat us with two seam passes before it went in. All around it needed to be better, especially late in the period like that. You kill the penalty, you go back to 5-on-5, start the third period, but we found a way to get through it.
What was the conversation before the penalty shot?
I was curious as to two things. One, can you pick anybody on the ice? Because those rules have changed a lot, because it used to be you could pick anybody on the ice, so I did check on that just in case. I was going to use Pesic anyway. And then whether or not, we were talking on the bench of whether you take the power play or you take the penalty shot.
You're not allowed to lie to the media, right?
No, I would never.
Tom Brady did.
You had the choice?
Of what?
Not taking
I didn't even ask. We wanted the penalty shot. I didn't ask.
But you do have a choice?
I got to check on that.
You don't?
I'm not 100% sure.
I don't think so.
That rule has changed as well. So
Oh.
I have to. It may be, but I'd have to look it up.
But Heck was also sharp stopping his penalty shot and the short-handed
Yeah.
breakaway.
Yeah, it's those are difference makers right there. For me, I didn't think it was a great game for us. I didn't think we played great. Certainly not the first two periods. didn't love our game, so you're going to give up some chances. It's a sloppy game, and he makes the plays when we needed to, especially in those two situations there in the penalty shot and the 5-on-3 breakaway against.
Delby says?
He's feeling good now. So, I mean, he's going to be reevaluated tomorrow. He won't play tomorrow night just for precautionary reasons. He says he's feeling good now, but we want to reevaluate him in the morning.
The break is starting.
Exactly. Might as well err on the side of caution.
Upper body?
Yeah.
So going back to just even this last week with Grigorenko winning the Player of the Week award, I mean, I guess what does it say about him and his makeup that he came back down, and he's been a guy who's, you know, it's always a question about him, like how's he going to take it because of the thing with juniors back then, but I mean, it seems like that's just way in the past at this point.
Yeah, he plays wherever he plays. You know, I think that, you know, he wants to play in the NHL. He'd be excited about going back, and he's working hard to get back there. But he knows this year he's got to play, and he's got to make it, so they have no choice but to bring him back up. And he came off a great week, but he's got to continue. He's got to be, you know, much more consistent. I think that, you know, that's the type of player is when he gets the right touches on the puck and he gets in the right spots, he can make some things happen, and that's exactly what he did on the southern trip. And quite honestly, you know, his line mate, Danny Katnach, he's a big part of it because Cat's been playing really well for us, and he was battling through bronchitis tonight, and you know, didn't get to skate this morning, and it wasn't 100%, but I still thought he was fairly effective for what he was playing with. So Griggs has got his line mates a little bit to thank for that too, with Joe and Cat.
Have decisions about moving players up, have they changed at all? Like, and, you know, the Sabres get a little bit hot. They might want to move up some more skill guys, but then they have to call up for, you know, somebody like Ellis or Dolby. Does it seem like that's going to change going forward here?
You know, we haven't really had any talks about that. Obviously, someone's got to go up after the All-Star break here, so I think everybody's fair game for it. You know, whoever's playing the best, I think, is going to go, and whoever, I think part of that's going into what they need as well. But at this point, you know, we haven't really discussed. I think we're game by game, see who's healthy, and then see who they need and who's playing the best here.